Now before we jump into today's video, I want to quickly say a massive thank you to all of you for the support so far on this series. We've done every game so far except for 2015 and 2016 because we've had a few issues. I'm hoping to somehow get to the bottom of it and maybe get around to doing them at some point. But for now, we're going to keep, the trend going. And the last episode was F1 2013 part number 1. I'll leave that one linked up in the top right, so go check that video out. Now, by popular demand and the comment section of the first episode, you guys wanted to see F1 2013 part 2, which is going to be the classic edition. So if you guys are going to enjoy this one, leave a like, subscribe for more, and let's do some classic cars. And finally, Mr. Murray Walker, take it away and roll the intro.
This is F1 2013. In this mode, you'll have the opportunity to race classic Formula 1 cars from different eras in a number of different game modes.
Well, there we go then, a bit of classic Murray Walker in the classic car menu. Now, we do have a bit of an issue. I've tried to download the cars, the classic cars for the game, but I can't seem to find any. I think we need to unlock them in game and go through all the levels, but obviously we're only here for that one-off video. So looking at the cars that we have available, we've got the Williams from 1980, the 86 Lotus, the 88 Williams, the 88 Lotus, and the 88 Ferrari. So, being realistic here, I'm probably going to go for a car that looks good for the YouTube thumbnail. So I'm thinking the 88 Williams, and we're going to race as Nigel Mansell. Damon Hill, good option as well, but we'll go for Nigel Mansell because, why not? Of course, Damon Hill isn't part of this car. He was just a legend for Williams. I think it was Mansell and PK for 88, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. But we'll go for Nige, Mr. Mustache himself, without a mustache in the menu. And we're going to go for a little race. So we'll do, I think, a cheeky little 5-lapper. 25% doesn't really matter that much. It's not like, tyre wear or that kind of stuff is really that simulated because they've just got one set of tyres, I believe, with the Legend cars. So, yeah, we'll go for race only, but we'll do a one-shot qualifying just to kind of make sure we start from the back of the grid. Difficulty, we'll go for expert and weather setting on dynamic. Now, one thing I will say, I've managed to get my wheel working, unlike the other video the other day. So hopefully we can keep the wheel in place for this one, the next video in F1 2012, and so on. But for now, let's jump into it and let's see what happens. Hopefully, it's a fun race. And I forgot to mention the circuit. Now, this game had 4 circuits, Jerez, Brands Hatch, Estoril, and Imola. But we don't have the other 2, so we've got to pick between these 2. And I think we're going to go for Brands Hatch. I like Jerez, it's a lot of fun. But I'd say Brands Hatch is maybe a bit more known to everybody. So we'll go for Brands, why not? And let's see if we can send it around here. Well, here we go then. Let's see what happens. It's going to be chaos and fun at the same time. Only 10 cars on this grid, of course. I forgot that we have reduced grids on this one. And also fantasy drivers. But lights out. And away we go. Spinning up the rear tyres. Seeing if I can get a good start. Got a couple of Lotuses ahead of us here. Fittipaldi and Mario Andretti, I believe. Down to turn 2. Let's see if we can find something. Look at all the cars backfiring and sparking. As Fittipaldi cuts across there. We're going to just give it a second to get our feet wet and see if we can understand how the AI perform as we have a look around the outside of Nakajima there. Now, one thing I will say is that, of course, you have a mixture of cars from, all the way from 1980 all the way to 1988. So, naturally, I'm expecting to get past the cars from 1980 and 86 quite quickly. As you can see, they're getting past Alan Jones easily on the straight. And then it should get harder as we get towards the front and get towards the faster cars. We have cleared one of the 88 cars in Nakajima, who's behind us, so that's a bonus. We're now trying to get past Emerson Fittipaldi as we bump all over the curbs. Through the right-hander, we've got Alan Prost in the other 1980 Williams, so he's going to be holding everybody up naturally. That car is a bit off the pace. Trying to look past Fittipaldi here as we make our way to the final corner. We're going to get a bit of a cut back underneath. Not quite able to make the move though, but look at the sparks and the backfiring. Look at that, oh my god. What the hell was that firework? It's kicking out the Lotus there. Down to turn 1. Either way, we're through on Fittipaldi. And we can get Prost here as well. We know that car's a bit slow, so we'll take full advantage of that and get through as we drift through. Confirming that I am indeed not running any assists. I've turned them off now that we're on the wheel. Right, so with P6, Red 5 on the hunt. Let's see if we can go after Mr. Mario Andretti, I believe, in the 86 Lotus. And then we'll chase after the Ferraris and our teammate. And I think Mika Hakkinen is the other driver in the other Lotus. So let's see. Let's try and nail this section here. The fastest part of the track. Car actually feels pretty good on the wheel. The full seatback is actually really surprisingly decent. You know, maybe because the wheel and the software is really good nowadays, but it feels great. We've absolutely hooked up that section at Treat, and now we're closing in on Mario Andretti here. Through the final corner we go. On to the start of lap 3. In the slipstream of the American, here we go. Can we have a look into turn 1 maybe? Yes, we will. Screw it. Down the inside we go. So up to P5. And now, Gerhard Berger in the Ferrari. This should be fun. I'm realising higher gears are the way to go with this car. Like it was back in the day, there was less gear shifts with the manual gearbox. I wish I had a H pattern. I'd definitely be running that if I could. Right, good run out of there. Looks like the Ferrari though has some pretty good straight line speed in that V12 engine. We're going to have to back off. Look at the sparks being kicked up there by Gerhard Berger. Let's see if we can close in here through this section. 2 laps to go next time we cross the line, so important to try and make the moves. Thought about it into there, but not quite able to. Good exit out of that one. We'll have a look into the final corner maybe. No, not quite again. Getting the cut back here. Really strong exit. We actually bumped the back of Berger, and we've locked on a little bit. Bit of contact there. It's the manual gear shifts. Trying to make a move here, but it's the manual gear shifts. The cars actually drop a bit of straight line speed because of the, you know, the 1 second kind of in between gear changes. That's the manual gearbox and the consequence of it. We've got past though. That arrow is really off-putting and really inaccurate, by the way. It makes it look like he's right alongside me when he's actually behind me. P4 though, lap and a half to go. I'm going to try and get Michael Schumacher here, but you can see where they changed gear. The car's actually bumped down a little bit on the straight. Trying to look for a move here on the 7 times champion, but no way through just yet. We'll keep the pressure on. I want to try and go for a move here. If I can nail this uphill right-hander. That's good. Push him on the inside into here. Lovely move, and now we've got Hakkinen ahead of us in the 88 Lotus. At the final corner. Good run. Onto the grass a little bit. Last lap of the race now. Last chance saloon here if we want to win this. Up the inside on Hakkinen into turn 1. And now only Damon Hill remains. Let's see if I can control these rear tyres a little bit. Nice. Nicely done. Uphill left. Set it up. Oh, onto the grass a little bit. I was trying too hard to straight line my exit. Look at this though. Side by side with Damon Hill, our teammate. Into the right hander we go. Trying to leave some space. He's on the outside, but we get the move done. And we're through into P1 on the last lap. There we go, we've done it. She could have lasted first. I probably could have gone on a hard difficulty, I think, but then I would have needed a 25% race. But there's only 10 cars, so there's not much of a field to overtake. Now we've got the clean air, we're absolutely fine. Final corner, and Nigel Mansell wins the 1988 British Grand Prix at Brands Hatch. Well, that was absolutely awesome, man. Really good. Listen, I'm not massive on classic cars. I do like my retro F1, but I understand they're not for everybody in terms of the game content. But you know, this was the first game to have classic cars put in, and it was a big thing at the time. And yeah, it was good fun. So shame we couldn't get a bigger grid or race some 90s cars or early 2000s, but still good fun nonetheless. And you know, a big throwback. Hopefully you will enjoy that one. And up next we have F1 2012, which I've already tested, and I can't lie, it's one of my favourite games of all time in terms of F1 games, because it stood the test of time really well. But for this one, we've done part 2, the classic cars. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see some more stuff like this. I mean, I do want to try and get on F1 2015, 2016 at some point if I can, but I need to make everything work. I keep having an error when I launch a game. But anyway, enough rambling. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe for more daily F1 content and more classic F1 content on my channel. As always, guys, a massive thank you to the channel members for supporting the content. I really appreciate you guys. You've been absolute legends for a long time now. As always, check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them. But that's it from me here today, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Until then, take care, and that's goodbye from me.